Hey beautiful people, so I hope everyone is doing well. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while, but I just never did. So I thought, why not now? There's no better time than now. So if you can see, my setting is not the usual setting. I am currently in hospital, and the reason being why I'm in hospital is it's a vicious cycle. I'll say it's a vicious cycle because I'm in hospital almost every 2 weeks. And I say it's a vicious cycle because the process in which I get sick and everything is just, firstly, it's just not good for my body, it's not good for my mental health, and the way I cope with it and deal with it is also very not healthy. So the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to discuss those things. So the process in which I get sick is firstly I get anxious and stressed about the tiniest things. And when I mean the tiniest things, I mean the tiniest. The cycle so the process, I get anxious, I vomit on my own, and then I do something that is self-destructive, and my reasoning why I do it is I'm nauseous and it helps me to vomit, but I know it's not a very healthy coping mechanism, and I know that I'm harming myself. So basically, let me breathe. So basically, I induce vomiting. And then it gets to a point where I'm in extreme pain and just vomiting and nausea. I get admitted, and my dad doesn't like to admit me, which I understand where he's coming from. Because it's a vicious cycle, it's a vicious process. And also my doctor doesn't like to admit me into hospital because, again, vicious cycle, vicious process. And like anxiety and stress is not a quick fix. And it's a huge toll on me mentally and physically, because I was planning to go to my grandparents for 3 weeks to see some friends from high school and visit family, and just the stress of packing and making sure I had dialysis arranged arranged, and taking my bird along, making sure I had provisions for Pika. It just got too stressful for me, and so I got sick. And the thing is, I do have a psychiatrist and a psychologist, but my therapist doesn't want to do any more sessions with me at the moment because the medical aid hasn't been paying for our sessions since last year. So her fees, we have quite the bill. And when I say a bill, I mean like it's expensive. It is really expensive. So she doesn't want to see me until the fees are paid, which is understandable. You shouldn't. I can't have I can't have free therapy. So it's difficult because I'm caught in the middle, because my mom is the main member of the medical aid and my dad also pays for medical stuff. Now I'm caught in the middle because I have to somehow get both of them. I'm told to see if my mom will pay and see if my dad will pay, and like I'm caught in the middle and I don't know what to do, and I don't like being caught in the middle. I hate having having to be the middleman. Because it's stressful. Because then I'm caught with questions like, what is your dad gonna do? What is your mom gonna do? And I don't know how to, I can't answer on behalf of them. And also, end of last year, I took a course last year, and it was a certificate, and so I didn't complete it because of the exams and the final tests and everything. I just got so stressed out. I was in and out of hospital, so I missed them, and so I was supposed to finish them this year. And I, again, just got stressed from all the assignments and the exams and the tests. My dad says, don't go if it's going to stress you out. Don't go if it's going to make you end up in hospital. So I didn't go. So, again, I didn't complete the certificate. And it's stressful because I don't know what I'm doing with my future. I don't know what the next step is because I can't just sit at home and do nothing. And I'm just getting pressure to get a job. And the thing is, I don't mind looking for a job, but with my condition, it's difficult with getting sick, with my anxiety, with my stress, and the fact that most jobs that I could possibly do that won't be so stressful, it requires a tax number, and if I get a tax number, I will get kicked off my mom's medical aid because I'm now 21, and when you're 21, the medical aid will kick you off, and I cannot afford a medical aid, nor can my parents afford to pay for any medical bills if I was not on a medical aid. So it's stressful. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I feel like I'm wasting it, because I feel so unproductive. And there are some people, don't get me wrong, I've got amazing people in my life, but there are just some that just make me feel useless and a waste of time and a waste of space. Because I know how they feel about me. Because it's the way they speak to me. The thing is, the way they speak to me, from someone else's perspective, you wouldn't know that they're being nasty. And it's also the way they just act around me or treat me and talk behind my back. And I know they talk behind my back because the people they talk to tell me. And it's not people that I can just like never speak to again. It's like people that are like you can't just kick out because they're close. Like, not in the sense that we're buddy close, but like they're part of your life and they just, you can't just kick them out. And if you do, there's just so much that will be caught on the crossfire. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the people or person or whoever is all bad, but I just don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's just they don't understand. They don't understand what I'm going through. They don't understand the toll my body takes because of renal failure. And they don't understand the stress and anxiety. And then when I tell them that, they say, go, well, speak to your dad and your mom, sort out the fees that need to be paid, and then go see your therapist. It's not easy. My anxiety goes through the roof when I have to call my doctor for anything. It goes through the roof when I have to ask my dad for anything. I've always had bad anxiety, and it's just been worse the past 2 years. I'm just in a vicious cycle with self-destructive behavior, and I need to fix it, and I need to do something with my life. I need to do something that's productive. Whether it's going to study, which I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can deal with exams and tests. What I was thinking is going back to art classes, which I took 2 years ago. And with that, you're learning stuff, but you don't take exams and tests. It's all practical work, and you do it at your own pace. And I enjoyed that a lot. And I've asked my dad if I can start that again, and he said yes. So I think I'm going to do that. But I feel so unproductive with the fact that I couldn't complete a 1-year certificate. I know I need to sort out this destructive behavior. It's the same as, it's self-harm. It's just a different self-harm. and I need to see it as it being destructive. I need to see it as destructive. I know it's destructive, but I need to see it as being destructive and harming myself, because I can't keep going into the cycle. It's not good for me mentally or physically. It's not good for people around me. It's terrible for people around me. I hate putting everyone through this, especially my dad, because my dad gets so much, he gets so stressed and tense and anxious when I'm in hospital. I see the stress it puts him in, and I'm sure my mom gets put through the same stress. And also it's bad because it's just not good on the medical aid either, because the medical aid is just gonna run out. It's already running out. There's things in my life that need to change, which I can change, and then there's things in my life that need to change that unfortunately I can't change, but it's a huge stressor on me, and I don't know how to work with it. And I do meditate, but I haven't gotten to the process where I've meditate every day, but I am trying to meditate as much as possible. That's why I reorganized my room, so then I'd have a nice seating area on the floor with these beanbag cushions that I've thrifted, where I could just put a blanket down, and I've got candles and just meditate and breathe and work on breathing exercises. But I haven't gotten to the point where I meditate every day. But I will admit it helps if I spend 15 minutes with meditation music and just sit there and breathe. I do admit it helps with anxiety, but I just need to practice it. But I'm not going to say it's going to help everything though. I know it's not going to help with everything. I need healthy coping mechanisms. And I need to do something that's productive, so then I don't feel like I'm a waste of space, waste of time, or wasting my life. If you have any suggestions on ways that you cope with stress and anxiety, leave a comment down below. If you can relate with stress and anxiety, leave a comment and like. And if you feel like you would want to share this with other people to show that people do go through stress and anxiety, and that it is major and it does affect your health, and it affects you mentally and can affect you physically, share it so people can be informed. I hope you like this video of me opening up, because I will admit it's not an easy thing to do, and it makes you very vulnerable. I will admit I feel very vulnerable now, but it's something that needs to be shared, and hopefully it helps kickstart me in a different path. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you'll come and visit again to this channel for the next video. Bye.